What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited about today's video because it's a bit of a production update on where I'm at with my latest short film, When the Dust Settles. We've now got our shooting date, which will be next Wednesday, the 2nd of February, weather permitting. So I want to kind of talk you through what I've been doing in the build up to that. So obviously we're pretty much done with the script now. It's going through constant rewrites, but it's at a point now where there'll only be the odd kind of minor tweak being made here or there. And it's going to be more down to our acting now to deliver it, which fingers crossed we will. And then the next step for me was to storyboard it, because logistically it just helps so much when you've got a location in mind and you've been to the location to then visualize the camera shots and the way that you're going to utilize that location in a cinematic way. And it just means that on the day things will run a lot smoother if you've got a kind of visual plan to kind of work towards. Especially if for this one, like, I'm going to be acting in it and there's going to be someone else doing the camera work. It makes that communication between us a little bit easier if they can actually see what I'm trying to describe. And then I've also had a few meetings with the actor I'm hoping to cast, Mark. So it's a bit of a kind of two-man film. I'm playing one character and Mark's playing the other. So I went to his house and we kind of talked through it. We did a very cold read through of an earlier draft of the script, just to get a sense of how it flowed when you're kind of verbally sparring with each other, and also to get a sense of how long it would be when read aloud, because I'm very conscious of pacing with a short film. You don't want it to be dragged down for too long. And then we also did another rehearsal at my house, so the location where we're actually hoping to shoot, which was really beneficial to kind of walk through it in the way that we'd be walking through it on the day and get a sense of the kind of physicality of how we'd move from spot to spot, with each line and with each camera angle. And we're hoping to do one more rehearsal before the actual day of shooting, just to kind of walk through it in a very naturalistic way, without any cameras, without any stopping, just to really kind of immerse ourselves in the performance. On top of that, I also walked through the kind of shots that I was envisioning with my brother and my dad, who kind of filled in as the characters while I practiced the angles that I wanted to get, which was really helpful because I then edited that together into a little mock-up video to send to Chantel, who's going to be my cinematographer on the day. So I've been doing a lot, kind of little bits and bobs, just chipping away to hopefully make the day run a lot smoother. I'm getting a colleague from the cinema where I work who's going to join me on the day, and help with just kind of the running of the set while I'm acting, and take some of the pressure off me having to multitask everything, because I'm making this film alongside a local company, and it's very much about kind of helping us go through the official processes that you'd normally go through when making a film. So all the kind of contracts for the actors, location permissions if you want to shoot somewhere that you don't actually have permission to shoot on, risk assessments and all that jazz, which is a bit of a headache because they're not very fun to do, but they're the official processes you have to go through when making a film. Whereas from a lot of the other short films that I've made on this channel, it's literally been a case of me and my friends rocking up somewhere, pressing record on the camera, throwing each other down hills without really giving it a second thought. And that kind of, I respond better to that kind of guerrilla filmmaking because it's very much just get on with it, whereas obviously in the real world it's paperwork. But we're heading towards the final goal now. Getting really excited to start the shoot. The bulk of it will be done next Wednesday, and then I've got a couple of odd scenes to shoot around it, here and there, which I'll do another day. I've started collating the props, not that there'll be many, just a few little bits and bobs to kind of sell the realism of the characters a bit more, and hopefully I'll be able to compile a little short teaser once I've got the majority of principal photography done. So I'm very excited to be bringing that to you. It's my first original content project of the year, so it's going to be really good to get out and get shooting again. And speaking of original content, I'm going to have a really exciting announcement to make on my channel tomorrow, so come back for that. But in the meantime, thanks for watching guys, and stay tuned for more updates with how When the Dust Settles is progressing. Thank you.